Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into something truly fascinating, the concept of karmic relationships. Ever felt an instant connection with someone, a sense of déjà vu, or a magnetic pull you couldn't quite explain? You might be experiencing a karmic connection, a bond forged in past lives that's playing out in your present. This video will unlock the mysteries behind these intense relationships, exploring the patterns, challenges, and ultimately, the growth they offer. Let's explore what these karmic links truly mean and how they can shape our lives. Now here's where it gets interesting. First, we have immediate familiarity and comfort. Think about meeting someone for the first time, and it feels like you've known them forever. There's a warmth, an ease, as if you're simply picking up a conversation you left off years ago. This can be due to past life connections. Imagine a scenario where you meet a stranger, and you feel inexplicably drawn to them. Perhaps they have a way of making you feel safe and understood, almost as if you've shared experiences before. Or imagine a scenario where you immediately feel comfortable around someone, a level of relaxation that surpasses the early stages of a new connection. These strong bonds often stem from shared experiences, the past life experiences, where you were intertwined on a deep soul level. This sense of familiarity can be both comforting and destabilizing, as it can bring up both the good and potentially unresolved aspects of the relationship. Second, we have repetitive behaviors. Have you ever found yourself stuck in the same cycles in a relationship, repeating the same arguments, the same patterns of behavior with different people? These repeating old, unhealthy patterns are often a telltale sign of karmic ties. These behaviors can manifest in several ways. Perhaps you find yourself constantly attracting partners who share the same negative traits, or maybe you continue to prioritize others before yourself. Another way is, you may unconsciously play the same roles you played in a past life with your current partner. For instance, if you experienced a power imbalance in a previous lifetime, you might find yourself reenacting those same dynamics with someone you're currently involved with. Next, we have unequal balance of power. In a karmic relationship, this often shows itself. Perhaps one partner is consistently the giver, while the other is the taker. Now imagine a situation where one person is constantly striving to please the other, neglecting their needs in the process, which can lead to resentment and eventually break down the relationship. Or, in another scenario, the sun person authority figure might take charge, leaving the other partner feeling stifled, like their needs are not met. These power dynamics stem from the unresolved issues that are left over from a previous lifetime. Fourth, there's the presence of unresolved issues. These issues can range from unspoken resentments to lingering feelings of possessiveness. Maybe you find yourselves in a relationship where past hurts and slights are never truly addressed, creating tension and conflict. Consider a scenario where one partner holds onto resentment from a past transgression, poisoning the present. Or maybe unresolved grief or trauma from a past life surfaces, manifesting as insecurities or emotional reactivity. Another example is in a scenario with possessive tendencies, where one partner is constantly doubting the other's loyalty, creating unnecessary conflict. These unresolved issues act as emotional baggage, weighing down the relationship and creating barriers to true intimacy. But wait, there's a catch. Fifth, we have the karmic link that brings about challenges. These relationships are not always smooth sailing. They're often filled with trials, conflicts, and tests. Perhaps you're constantly facing external pressures or obstacles that strain your relationship. Imagine a scenario where the couple is constantly arguing, and despite their efforts, the arguments persist. Alternatively, it could be an external pressure, like family disapproval, or the couple being forced to work on their communication skills. These are often there to help you break old habits and grow. Next, we have the need for growth. Karmic relationships are fundamentally about personal development. They're designed to push you to evolve, to confront your deepest fears, and to learn important lessons. The South Node person resistance to change is an example of how things can become difficult. This is because the individual will be resistant to the changes they're meant to evolve through. Think about a scenario where you have the opportunity to break the cycle of negativity, and make a conscious effort to address your issues, and you notice you are not doing it. Or perhaps you're being challenged to step outside your comfort zone, and you're resisting because of fear or insecurity. Or you could use North Node awareness to push yourself in order to evolve and address shadow aspects. This growth can take many forms, but it always involves transforming, or addressing your challenges. 7th, there is the opportunity to acknowledge the past. Understanding how your past life has shaped your present is crucial. Consider a scenario where you become aware of the previous life you have shared with your partner. The new awareness transforms your perspective on your partner, allowing you to see their behaviors, your own actions, and the relationship's patterns in a new light. Or, you could use past patterns and lessons to understand your current relationship. Perhaps you recognize familiar dynamics and realize you're repeating an old story. By recognizing this karmic connection, you can begin to address the unresolved issues. The next point focuses on establishing boundaries. It is a key element in navigating these relationships. This is where healthy boundaries begin to take shape. Setting clear limits and expectations is necessary to preserve your individuality and your well-being. Imagine a scenario where you realize you've been overgiving in the relationship, and as a result, you start to feel emotionally drained. You begin to assert your needs, setting boundaries to protect your energy, which gives you the space to grow. Or you can communicate needs to help both of you develop and understand the expectations of each other. This also means taking a moment to embrace vulnerability and allowing yourself to be authentically seen by your partner. Now, a question for you: have you ever met someone and felt an immediate, inexplicable connection? Let me know in the comments below. Another question is, how have past patterns impacted your current relationships? Tell me, what is the most challenging aspect of your karmic connections? Don't be afraid to share your experiences, because a lot of people can learn from your stories. I'd love to hear from you. 9th, there is promote growth and support each other's journey. Karmic connections are not meant to be just about the past, they are about the present, and more importantly, the future. Imagine a scenario where you and your partner commit to supporting each other's personal development. For example, you both decide to seek relationship counseling or individual therapy to work through any challenges and strengthen your bond. Or you can use mediation if things become difficult. You could support each other by celebrating achievements, providing a listening ear when needed, and encouraging the pursuit of individual interests. Or perhaps you decide to participate in some sort of hobby together, creating shared experiences. In order to do all these things, both partners have to actively release attachments. This is also crucial for personal growth, as clinging to old patterns or unhealthy dynamics is a huge roadblock. The most important thing to do is to make conscious choices and choose to create your future together. 10th, communicate openly, and you can begin a journey towards true understanding. Open and honest communication is the cornerstone of any successful karmic relationship. Now imagine a scenario where you and your partner feel comfortable and safe enough to share your deepest fears, dreams, and vulnerabilities. By doing so, you will create a space for both of you to understand each other and connect on a deeper level. You can also start to transform the relationship if you start to rewrite the past, for example, through an act of forgiveness. This can be as small as saying, "I'm sorry," to as significant as completely understanding each other and your relationship. 11th, you can embrace forgiveness and heal all the pain from the past. This is crucial. In a karmic relationship, there are bound to be hurts and misunderstandings. Now imagine a scenario where you can forgive yourselves and each other for the past mistakes and hurts or resentment that you have. The more you let go of the past, the more it opens the door to understanding the future. Or, you may choose to simply release attachment to the negativity. 12th, there is deep understanding. Karmic relationships offer the opportunity for a profound understanding of yourself and your partner. Imagine a scenario where, through shared experiences, you gain a deeper understanding of each other's motivations, triggers, and vulnerabilities. Through this new lens of appreciation, you learn to navigate challenges more gracefully and celebrate your victories together. Or you may find other planetary connections to give you additional insight into how your relationship works. Another scenario is the use of signs' influence and house placement to learn about both of your relationship dynamics. These can open the path to growth and healing. Next, we have creative potential. Karmic relationships often unlock creative potential. Imagine a scenario where you and your partner support each other's creative pursuits, leading to unexpected collaborations and artistic breakthroughs. Or you may find a way to channel your energy into something you can both get involved with, like volunteering or starting a new business. And last but not least, you have healing opportunities. These relationships provide opportunities for healing old wounds and traumas. Imagine a scenario where, as you work through past life issues, you finally release the pain from the past and embrace a more balanced and fulfilling relationship. Or perhaps, you and your partner realize you can overcome past life issues, and that there's always a way to move forward. This will give you the ability to start all over again, allowing you to change, or to simply evolve into the future. These are often transformative relationships that allow you to grow and change. Now, let's recap. We've explored the signs of karmic relationships. We've delved into repetitive behaviors, the role of unresolved issues, and the importance of communication. We looked at some of the core principles. Now, for a little mid-video tease, in my next video, we'll be exploring how to navigate the challenges of karmic relationships and unlock their transformative potential. So make sure you stick around for that one. Do you feel that karmic relationships resonate with your own experiences? If so, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more insightful content. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos, where we'll dive even deeper into this topic and explore practical tips for fostering healthy and fulfilling karmic connections. I want to know, what are your biggest takeaways from this video? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. I'm excited to hear from you, and let's continue this journey of self-discovery together.